Okay, project charter is when we begin a project uh, in a very big company. If someone has an idea project, it needs to be authorized first. Those of the persons, the company owner, the shareholders, the big, all those persons needs to have a vote for it. Like, I agree with this project. Go ahead with this project. The sponsor is saying yes. Go ahead with this project. So we make a project charter and a very brief overline outline and get it authorized so that we can get this document seen by the stakeholders, and they get to understand it, and they get to say they get to give a green signal about this project. So we authorize this project. From among all the stakeholders through the project charter, and in the project charter, obviously, when we get it to authorize from the stakeholders, they should have an idea of what is happening. It's not just the stakeholders who are reading this project charter to be convinced, but uh, down the lane over time, when we look back, we would like to have a very brief idea and high level overview, as in as we know, a high level language like Java is very readable. It doesn't go deeper. It doesn't tell you all the function, but a low level function like C, it tells you all the detailed steps. So similarly, a high level overview is I will simply say in a few lines. For example, I want to improve the transportation, or the transportation department has to be more smarter. That's it. That's a high level overview. How is a lower level overview, which is not going to be included in the project charter. And finally, the main stakeholders, who will be the manager, who will be the sponsors, who will overlook it, who will consult it, and all these things we will identify and make it probably a table of it, so that everybody is aware of their position regarding this project, and they probably it's like doing a contract. Like, okay, yes, okay, I know I'll be the consultant of this thing, so whenever the project needs consultancy, I will do my part of it. So let's read the next paragraph. The charter often includes a name of the project owner as well as the sponsors. It also identifies objectives or goals. This is where we talk about the overview and constraints on resources time. And yes, we also talk about that this has to be delivered by this. This shouldn't cross this much amount. This should give us this much profit. Otherwise, we will not go with the project. So those kind of constraints out there. Um, this is okay. Finally, charter is used as a focal point throughout the life of the project, which can be used usually during a change control meetings for minimizing scope creep. Every time down the lane when things go too much, people go too much deeper in things and might lose track. This project charter will give us again, we'll go a little bit, I can say a bird's view of what was the project meant to be, so that we don't go and spend on unnecessary scopes, and which actually is termed as scope creep. So this is a charter we will come back over and over again to review at what was actually the project meant to be. Is it going this direction? Are we supposed to spend that much money here, or are we doing all fine? So scope creep. This is project charter is one of the reasons we try to do so that to avoid scope creep. Scope creep is a phenomenon where the scope of project gradually increases over time. So that was a project charter, and this was a very brief idea of the project charter. Thank you.